สวัสดีครับ
ตอนที่สอง
Let's go. Even though technology has come a long way, I use a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, in the same way that I would use a real-world mixing desk actually in front of me.
To show you how I set everything up. So here's the drum kit, the final edited drums. I like to group all of these tracks to one fader so that I can bring the kit up and down, okay, and do many other things. So that's what we're going to do. So you'll notice the output in the routing, instead of output to stereo, it's output to a group, and the group is my kit group, which is here. Really important. So everything here is routed to one fader, so I can bring the drums up or down when I'm tweaking the mix.
When you look at a real mixing desk and you're looking at the channel, you've got the fader, you've got EQs, you have insert points, and you have effects sends. Now that effects sends part of the signal to a reverb or chorus or special effects, delay, something like that. You don't insert it. I use send so I can have the same chorus accessible and used by multiple instruments. This makes the production sound more similar, you know? Sometimes it's good to have a different reverb on different things, but in general, when I start to mix, I set up a basic room reverb, a basic vocal plate reverb, like a medium reverb, and a big special effects reverb. 3 reverbs I set up so that I can send anything to any of those reverbs. I do the same with the chorus. I have one very wide chorus for acoustic guitars and synthesizers, and then I have a delay. I always have a delay ready. So that's how I just set up before I've even started mixing. So I have it at my fingertips when I need it. So don't forget, we're trying to isolate everything because we want to isolate the kick drum so that we're mixing only the kick drum. Even though the snare drum is coming into the microphone, we want to get rid of that.
So let's begin with gating this kick. Okay, so let's start gating the inside mic. So a big tip here, what I do is I make this track really big so that I can see it. Okay, you see that volume there is different to this volume here. You see? The easiest thing to do is to zoom out like this, and you can see clearly that there is the loudest part. So that's where I hit it very hard. And we try to find the softest part. Let's find the softest part. It looks like here. Oh, that's a good bit. There's the very soft kick, and there's a very loud one, right? So we cycle the track around that. So this is the loudest, and this is the quietest part, right? So when we use the insert, I've got the gate here. The threshold is how we're going to set when the gate opens and when it closes, how much volume is going to open the gate, right? So that opened the gate all right, but that one didn't. Look, nothing. So you pull this down until it opens. That's all right. Let's make it higher. Still opening, isn't it? Higher. No. Right. You have to be really careful with this, because if there's a slightly lower volume note in the song and you set this too accurate, it won't open. Right, so let's take it down. Oops. Down. Up. That's still opening. Try here. No. So to be safe, let's put it like around here. Right. Each kick is going to open the gate. That's my point. Each kick has to open the gate. So we're trying to get rid of the snare. So I'm using the hold. The hold is basically how long the gate is open. So you can hear the start of the snare drum, right? So we need to bring that down a bit if we can. Okay, so the hold is the duration of the gate being open. The release is how long it takes for the gate to close. So, I'll show you. It's always tricky on fast songs because that snare is going to come real quick. This is showing you how long the gate's open. This light here. See? Okay, and this is with all of the effects, compression, gate and everything. Here's the top skin. Here's the bottom skin. So basically, this room reverb here makes the drums sound like they're all in the same room. And then you want the toms to be a bit more explosive, a bit more exciting. So I put a bigger reverb on the toms. But I also put room reverb on the toms to keep them in the same room. And there are my little tricks. This is my EQ for toms. Okay. And then on the tom group, I have this compressor and this EQ as well. But okay. So toms 1, 2, and 3. Individual compression, individual gating, individual EQ. And on the group, when they're all together, I compress them again and I EQ them again. I didn't say this was going to be easy. And the drum kit, which includes the toms, they all go to this kit fader here. And I also compress them and I also EQ them as a group like this. So you might want to take a screenshot of that. Okay, so as promised, I will show you all the settings for everything. So this is the gate, compression and EQ. The first kick. This is the kick where the mic is next to the skin. The second kit, not very interesting because it's going to be pretty much the same. That's the second kick. Snare top. Which is probably the same. I can't remember now. Too many vodkas. Let's put it so you can see it. It's probably the same. Okay, and the hi-hat. This is what I do to everything that's a crash cymbal, hi-hat, or ride. They're all this EQ. Pretty much the same. And the kit compression. That's the overall for the kit. I think I've done everything.
เสร็จแล้วครับเจอกันนะก็ห้ามลืม subscribe นะครับกดระฆังขอบคุณครับสวัสดีครับ